Thank you for joining us in this hybrid meeting format. Anyone wishing to access tonight's meeting can do so by watching the live stream available on our website, the broadcast on Comcast 21, or by following the instructions listed for this meeting on the public webcasts and meeting materials webpage. There is only one public hearing on tonight's agenda. Please note that members of the public who have signed up to testify may speak only on the topic that is the subject of the stated hearing. For those wishing to testify during the public hearing, please fill out a request to speak form available on the city's public webcast and meetings material webpage or at the entrance to the room for those who are in person, if you haven't already done so. These request forms to speak will be used to generate the order of speakers and correctly enter the speaker's name into the public record. And we will accept requests to speak forms up until 5:35 p.m. For those joining the meeting by phone that wish to provide testimony and are unable to complete the request to speak form online, please press *9 and the last 3 digits of your phone number will then be added to the speaker's queue. As a reminder, the council's meeting rules of conduct include no flags, no signs, loud or disruptive language, noise, or conduct that obstructs the business of the council. Please keep the room quiet and respectful for all speakers. You are welcome to wave your hands in silent support. Additionally, we encourage those that are ill or who have had close contact with others that are ill to join our meetings remotely rather than in person. And we also encourage attendees to spread out within the meeting space, wear a mask if you're comfortable doing so, and we do have some available in the back room if you need one. Our first public hearing tonight is the Pioneer Business Park row vacation. I'm going to turn it over to Assistant City Manager. Would you please introduce the topic?
Tonight, the Eugene City Council is holding a public hearing to consider a request to vacate improved city right-of-way. The area for vacation includes Premier Street and a portion of West First Avenue within the Pioneer Business Park, which is located west of the intersection of Bertelson Road and West First Avenue. The applicant has made this request to facilitate their intent to fence and secure the industrial park. While the applicant has requested a vacation for the streets, they propose a public utility easement for the entire vacation area to ensure future access is maintained for any existing underground infrastructure. Tonight is a public hearing only, and deliberations are scheduled for April 22nd.
Thank you. It's my understanding the City Council's role in this process is to approve with modifications, or deny the application. The decision-making process of this application is considered quasi-judicial, so we're going to use a quasi-judicial format for this public hearing. To start, do any councilors need to disclose any bias, conflicts of interest, or ex parte communications or abstentions pursuant to Eugene City Code 9.7065?
No.
Any online? Not seeing any. So thank you. And skip on down to this part. Staff, apologies. Mayor, bear with me. I'm trying to channel my inner Mayor Venice here. Asking if staff, before we proceed, before we proceed, I want to state that if anyone testifying does have the right to address and rebut the substance of any ex parte communication just disclosed. Obviously, no one disclosed. So, have staff received any challenges to any council's impartiality pursuant to Eugene City Code Section 9.7065, subsection 5?
No, we have not.
Thank you very much. Testimony presented at this public hearing should be directed toward the applicable approval criteria or other criteria that the speaker believes apply to the decision in front of us. The applicable approval criteria for this right-of-way vacation is located in Eugene City Code 9.8725. The full text of this code section is available in the findings attached to the AIS for this public hearing. The failure of anyone to raise an issue accompanied by statements or evidence sufficient to afford the City Council and parties an opportunity to respond will preclude appeals on that issue. For quasi-judicial proceedings, once the public hearing is open, speakers will be called on in the following order. 1, those in support, including the applicant. 2, those with a neutral position. And 3, those opposed. If you'd like to receive if you would like to receive future notice of this application and become an interested party, please provide your name and mailing address with your testimony or reach out to staff with this information. And we will now officially open the public hearing. So I believe, Assistant City Manager, we're joined by the applicant's representative. Would the applicant's representative Mike like to make a statement?
Good evening. My name is John Schmidt. I'm a principal with the Satcher Group, 375 West 4th Avenue. We're the applicant representing our client for the right-of-way vacation. We really didn't have much to say other than we really wanted to thank planning and engineering staff during the review process. They were really very helpful. It's a complicated property, as council may know, just looking at the history, and our applicant was the original developer of the property. So we look forward to the opportunity of still encouraging industrial development within the city, even though there's restrictions on the property, and look forward to the potential of having flexibility that would be offered to us through the vacation on the right of way and allowing us to have that access under a better control, which would really be beneficial to how the property would be used. Thank you.
Thank you. Sheriff, do we have any other interested parties who have asked to speak?
Thank you, Counselor. No, we do not.
Great. Staff, since there are no other speakers who have signed up to speak, I will skip to wow, this is going to be record time. We're going to skip to adjournment if that's the case. Is that accurate?
I think we had you ask us if we have any questions.
Thank you, Council Vice President Groves. Are there any questions that councilors wish to ask of staff? Not seeing any. Without objection, I will now close the public hearing unless there are any objections. Going once, going twice. And we're going to close this record, officially close the record for this application. As a reminder, deliberations and possible action are scheduled for April 22nd, 2024. Mayor, I hope I did all right. Council colleagues, thanks for joining us. And to the public at large, thank you for joining us tonight. We are at 5:39 adjourned.